6.5 Cosine Law. Another way to solve for triangles is using the cosine law, or cosine rule. Cosine law also works for solving any triangle, just like the sine law did. The law of cosines is useful for finding the third side of a triangle when you know two sides and the angle in between them. It's also useful to find the angle of a triangle when you know all three sides. So the cosine law is presented two ways here. To find the side, c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos of c. Solving for side c, you need the angle c. The other way it's presented is if you're looking for the angle. Cos of angle c is a squared plus b squared minus c squared all over 2ab. So ask yourself, am I looking for a side or am I looking for an angle? Let's look at example 1. Use the cosine law to find missing side c. Round to 2 decimal places. So the first thing I'm going to do is label my triangle. This is angle A, this is little a. This is angle B, this is little b. This is angle C, this is little c. Now we said the cosine law is useful for finding the third side when we know two of them and an angle in between. We do in this case. So we're going to use the cosine law to solve for the side. C squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos of c. Substitute. C squared equals a is 8 plus b is 11 minus 2 times 8 times 11 times the cos of 40. So let's pull out our calculator. Let's start with 8 squared. So c squared equals 8 times 8, 64, plus 11 squared, 121, minus 2 times 8 times 11 times the cos of 40. Let's go to the calculator. Cos 40, 0.7660. 0.7660. Now we're going to follow our order of operations. I've got to multiply before I can add. So c squared equals 64 plus 121. And I'm going to multiply all these together. So clear out my calculator. Minus 2 times 8 times 11 times 0.7660 equals negative 134.8. 1 decimal place, rounded. Clear my calculator. C squared equals 64 plus 121 minus 134.8 equals 50.2. Take the square root, clear my calculator, second function square root of 50.2, close the bracket. I get 7.085, so I get 7. And my unit is centimeters. You'll notice now that my C is no longer my hypotenuse, so it no longer has to be the longest side. C is just one of three sides of my triangle. A fairly complex formula, a fairly complex substitution, but really it's only three numbers. It's 8, 11, and 40 that go in a variety of spots. Let's turn the page and try example 2. Solve. Use cosine law to find the missing angle A. So I'm trying to find A. Round to the nearest angle. So the first thing I'm going to do is label. Here's angle A, here's side A. Here's angle B, here's side B. Here's angle C, here's side C. Now we said that the cosine law is useful to find an angle if you know three sides. I know all three sides. I'm looking for an angle. So let's pull out the cosine law to solve for the angle. Cos of C equals A squared plus B squared minus C squared over 2AB. Now you'll notice this says the cos of C, but my picture has A as my angle I'm looking for. That means I must relabel my triangle. This is no longer A. That is now C. This is no longer A. This is C. My B's can stay where they are, but my other sides must be labeled as A and A. Now my diagram fits my equation. So cos of C equals A has been named 18, B has been named 15, minus C, which is 19, all divided by 2 times 18 times 15. Let's pull out the calculator. Cos of C equals 18 squared, 324, plus 15 squared, 225, minus 19 squared, 361, all divided by 2 times 18 times 15, divided by 540. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for my top. 324 plus 225 minus 361 is 188. So the cos of C is 188 divided by 540. My cos of C equals 188 divided by 540, which gives me 0.3481. Now to solve for C, I have to do the inverse cos. So I'll clear my calculator. Inverse cos, 0.3481, close the bracket. My angle becomes 69.6, so it becomes 70 degrees. So angle C is 70 degrees.